folks! So, for today's video, I thought it would be kind of fun to just talk about some things that I have formed an emotional attachment to. And yes, I am taking my friend Nisa's video, hi bestie, because she posted this last week and I was like, that sounds like a really fun idea for a video, because I have been very hard up for just like light and positive content, because that's kind of all I want to watch lately. Or like, I don't know, like deep dives, roasting movies. But check out Nisa's video, by the way. She posted it last week along with like all of her most popular TikToks. But we're not gonna be talking about makeup, we're not gonna be talking about music, because otherwise this video would be like an hour long, and I really don't feel like making a video that long, especially because my last video was an hour and a half of footage that I had to cut down to 23.5 minutes. Go check that video out, by the way. We're going to be doing more TikTok videos, so that won't be the last time. But I'm going to talk about some things that I love and things that I have considered a lifelong... We're going steady at this point. Yeah, just other things that make my life better in one way or another. Whether it's like sentimental value or like actually increasing my daily life enjoyment, I guess. First, we're going to talk about jewelry because I have the most of it. I'm wearing one of it. I have one pair right here, and then a pair right here, and these are all from Open the Cellar Door. Now, this is not all of the Open the Cellar Door stuff that I have. I have several other things, several other necklaces, chokers, earrings. These earrings and this necklace were the first things I bought from them. This was probably, God, at least 5 years ago. My sister and I went to like a holiday like gift show thing where there were a bunch of cool vendors. I don't remember what the theme was, but I saw them there and I was like, oh, I like this. So I bought a few things, and then these earrings, actually, my friend Jordan bought them and didn't like them. So gave them to me. Just wasn't wearing them enough and gave them to me, and I was like, yes, thank you, friend. I will wear these with pride and with love. These I love. One, because they're from Open the Cellar Door, and two, they were a gift from a friend. So a lot of the things that we're going to be talking about were gifts from friends too. That also plays a big part of it, because I'm always more sentimentally attached to things that were gifts. And then I do actually have some more earrings to talk about. These ones are... I'll just switch this one out. These ones are my Bezos guillotine earrings, and I love them. These I actually got from someone on Twitter who had posted about this, and I was like, oh my god, I need these. They don't have like a proper store or anything. I'll look up and see if they're still making anything. But these I got a few years back, and I love wearing them out. I don't wear them that much anymore because they're kind of a pain to wear with the mask because they're so big and you can't really like easily loop it through. But I do love these a whole lot, and it's still relevant today. Yeah, like they're so in your face. They're so like this, yes, this, you are not seeing things. This is not subtle at all. Another pair of earrings that I actually have a ring from them too. These are from Omi Shop, which I don't believe they're actually selling things currently. I know their site is taking a break, but I think they do hit up some shops here and there, and that's Omi, O-H-M-E. And I have these earrings that say, fuck the patriarchy. They had other ones that were just smash the patriarchy as well if you didn't want to wear curse words on your ear. I don't care. But I really like these. One, because they're just like a statement piece. Two, they were not cheap. I also spend a lot more on jewelry that in the last like 5 or 6 years than I probably have my whole life, because I really was never into jewelry when I was younger. Like I was not somebody that was into just like adorning myself in chains and jewels and things. But as an adult, I'm like, I don't have to change up my wardrobe much, and I can just like look cool and different with different jewelry. And these ones I thought were very, very cool. And then this little pair, these are from Sleepy Mountain, which Nisa actually talked about in her video because I bought her a couple pair of earrings from Sleepy Mountain. They're a local company, they're a local brand, and I have several pairs of earrings from them, but these were the first ones I ever got, and they're these little cute, spooky, ghosty, holographic guys. And these are definitely acrylic. They're super lightweight, super cute, and they just like pick up the light and stuff. I'm really into more acrylic earrings in the last few years. Before that, I was into a lot more of like the metal and chains, but I like these acrylic ones. I follow a ton of acrylic artists on Twitter, and the kind of stuff that people can make are mind-blowing. So good. I wish I had that artistic skill, but I sadly do not. And then for rings, this I actually got from Omi Shop as well. If you can see, it is a clitoris. Like, when I first bought this and I started wearing it in videos, people started commenting. They're like, Abby, is that a vagina on your ring? And I was like,
yes.
Yes, it is. You are correct. And I love it. It's got a little, it's easy to find, okay? And it fits really well too, which for me is kind of hard to find rings that fit these two fingers. I can get ones that fit this and then my thumb really easily, but getting ones that fit these ones sometimes are more difficult, and I like this one a lot. It's dainty, well made. I like it a lot. This one I actually got from, did I get this from a vendor at my mom's antique show? I think I did. My mom used to run antique shows, and she would have different sellers come and either sell like gifts and crafts, not crafts, like newer gifts, like jewelry and stuff, or like actual antiques. And there was this vendor that had just like a box of rings and then like a bunch of little hands with rings sitting on them. And I love rings and bracelets made out of utensils. I used to have a bracelet that was made out of a fork. It broke. And that one was from a local seller called Spoon Man. And when I lost it, I was really sad about it because it was really cool. But then when I got the little spoon thumb ring, I was like, feels a little bit of a space in my heart. I need to find Spoon Man. Quick. This, if you know, you know. A couple of mugs that I have formed weirdly emotional attachments to. I don't know why, because I bought some mugs from like cool places. I have a Twin Peaks mug that's actually in the dishwasher right now. Otherwise I would have grabbed that Josh and I bought from Tweed's Cafe when we went to Twin Peaks for my birthday a few years back. And I really like it. It's really cute. But the mugs that were not in the dishwasher were a couple of these ones. This one I got from an Instagram vintage seller. And yes, it's a pair of pants. It's a pair of pants in a mug. I thought it was too funny. It's got the butt, it's got the pockets, it's got the front. It's a decent mug. I didn't realize that like jeans mugs were a thing until I started following vintage sellers on Instagram. I really went hard in 2020. Like I was following so many vintage sellers. Like literally when I bought this and a handful of other things from the person I bought it from, she like sent me her location and literally left things in a box on her front porch. And I just like Venmo'd her money, and then she was like, okay, you're good to go. And I'm like, okay, bye. Like literally going and buying vintage things and secondhand stuff online is the silliest thing, because you're always meeting people in either the most random places, like a gas station off Aurora Avenue, or out in front of somebody's house, or like a parking lot. I don't know. But this, I was really proud of this. I like it. It works well as a planter or as a mug. Get over there. Pants. And then this one, do not ask me why. I found this at a thrift store, most likely at least 7 or 8 years ago. It has all the presidents of the United States only up until George W. Bush. So you can tell when this mug was made. I mean, I guess not very old, but like pre-2008. It's pre-2008, you guys. And I love this mug. I really do. Because it's so ridiculous and out of nowhere. I was just like at the store and I was like, yeah, I'll get a president's mug. It was like 50 cents at the fucking Goodwill or something. So I was just really, I don't know why I'm attached to this and why I never want to get rid of it. Because it's literally probably the cheapest mug that I own, because I've bought more expensive mugs. Like I have really nice expensive mugs, but this was like 50 cents at the thrift store. And I love it just the same. Like, oh, I have so many mugs. Oh my god. Okay, perfumes next. I only have a few. Nisa went ham on the perfumes in her video. I was like, I need to try these. Like, I also don't follow like perfume people on TikTok, so I don't really know much. So I need to go back and rewatch it so I can like pick up some notes about the particular perfumes she was talking about, because those sounded really cheap. The perfumes that particularly I am attached to. First, Black Orchid by Tom Ford. Now this is easily a decade old. Easily 2012, maybe 2013 when I bought this. Maybe 2014, but I remember I bought this during a Sephora sale, during one of the Sephora VIB things, because it's expensive. This was like originally like a fucking $110 perfume, and I was like, hell no, because it's fancy, it's expensive. I remember I sprayed this on myself and I went to a show. I don't remember which show it was. I think it was around Halloween, but I went to the mall and I was smelling some perfumes and I was like, ooh, this smells really good. We were going before a show, and so I sprayed myself with this, and then I went to the show, and I remember I had just a nice friendly man in line compliment my perfume, but in like not a creepy way at all. And I was like, first of all, I really love how this smells on me. Second of all, I take that as a sign. If somebody can compliment me on how I smell without being a fucking weirdo, this is good karma. I love this scent. It's like, it does remind me of Halloween because of the notes. It's very patchouli forward. Patchouli, leather. Yeah, when I bought this, because of the patchouli, it reminds me of literally the inside of a Halloween store. Don't know why. Do not know why. It smells like the inside of a Halloween store. Maybe it's like a deep-seated conscious memory from when I was a child and like somebody that smelled like this was always at my house on Halloween. I don't know, but this reminds me of Halloween. And that's a reason why I love it. And also it just smells really good on me. Like, this was kind of how I discovered that I like scents like this. So it opened up a whole new world of perfumes for me. Next, this. This, I don't know if I bought before or after that. It might have been around the same time. But this is a perfume oil that is also very old, like easily a decade old, but still smells fine. I don't even think this brand exists anymore because it was literally like a one-person operation out of California, I think. But it's, the brand is called Carnival Wax from Agatha Bloy, and the actual scent is Black Amber, Black Orchid, Black Amber. I clearly have a type, and this, this is so leathery, musky. It like smells like smoke. It smells almost like boozy too. It just smells like what like a hot guy on the back of a motorcycle would smell like. I smelled this at this one particular little Portland beauty store when I was going to see Music Fest Northwest, which was a music festival over the weekend after Labor Day. And I used to go, I went 3 years in a row, I think. But I went, and no, it was 3 years in a row, because the first year I went to the store and I tried this on and I was like, oh my god, I love this. But I can't justify spending $100 on a perfume right now. I am driving to Oregon and I'm here for 4 days. The next year, I did it again. I went to the store, I bought some other things while I was there, but I couldn't bring myself to spend $100 on it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it again. And if I like it, we'll go for it. And then the next year, I went back. I was like, okay, if I still love this and it's still there, I have to, it's a sign. It's a sign. So I went back to the beauty store. I don't remember what it was called, but it was there still. It was there. And I was like, okay, I'm buying it, because literally the last 2 years I've come here and tried it on, and it has literally lasted on my skin for 2.5 days. I could smell it on my wrists 48 hours later. It was easily the longest lasting perfume I have ever used in my life. So I was like, that's a good value. And guess what? I have it 10 years later and I haven't used it up, because literally the only amount you need is just whoop, rub it. Like, you don't need that much of it at all, because it's a perfume oil and it is incredibly concentrated. Incredibly concentrated. But yeah, it's good. It's good. So I do not really shop at Lush anymore, but I still have some things that I have collected years past, things that I still love, scents particularly, and Lord of Misrule is one of those scents. For a while, I was that rose jam girl where I was like, oh my god, I love the rose jam, like floral and fruity. And then I smelled this and I was like, hell no. Who is the imposter that has been in my body for the last 2 years being obsessed with rose jam when Lord of Misrule exists? And when this scent came into the store for the first time, I don't want to say angels sang because it's a Halloween scent, a demon sang, I don't fucking know. But this, it's vanilla patchouli, which is a common scent, like warm patchouli vanilla scents are not that uncommon. But the thing that really throws this over the edge, it's the black pepper. It has this like note that's like not spicy necessarily, but it has like a bite to it. So it's sweet, it's musky, it's peppery, it's spicy, it's hot, oh, it's so good. I bought so many of the bath bombs the first year when it came out, and then when they came out with the shower gel, I bought it in the large bottle, and this is my second bottle of Lord of Misrule perfume, because I went through the first one. I think it was the first time I finished a bottle of perfume in my life. That wasn't like a sample size. Like a full-size perfume bottle, I finished a bottle of Lord of Misrule, and then when they brought it back, I was like, okay, getting another one, because I need it for the rest of my life. And, actually, really cute thing, Josh told me recently that of all of the smells, because I worked at Lush right before we met and I still had a lot of things in the house. I still used a lot of Lush products and my house just always kind of smelled like Lush. But apparently I was also wearing this all the time when we met and we started dating. So like this is always going to be the scent that he like kind of associates with me, and like Lord of Misrule reminds him of me, and it's very cute because he would always use the Lord of Misrule shower gel at my house when he would stay over because that was the shower gel that I had that he liked. So this also has now a very sweet sentimental reason besides the fact of it being just like my favorite perfume of all time. Maybe? I don't know. It's a toss-up between these two. It's a toss-up between Black Orchid and Lord of Misrule because it's hard, okay? On to trinkets. I have things and trinkets. I have a lot of skull memorabilia motif, if you hadn't noticed. At a lot of those other markets that I would go to where I found Open the Cellar Door, there was another market that I found that I remember, I think I was following her on Instagram before, but the little brand name is Bone China Designs, and it's created by a local artist based out of Oregon. But Faith is also a musician, and I remember I saw Faith play in a band, and then like I also saw Faith at like this market, and I was like, wait a minute. You played the... That's so cool. But I started buying Bone China Designs things. The first thing I bought was actually a pair of earrings in this little motif. It's a little ceramic bird skull, which I love it. This was actually just a gift from Faith because I had bought those earrings, another pair of earrings that were like hearts with a skull in the middle, and then I had bought this little trinket dish that has skulls on the edge for like rings. It's so cute. I'm obsessed. But it's just tiny. It's handmade. It's hand pounded. And I appreciate that. They're just always so pretty. But I have that as well as this little trinket dish that I put right now. I have like quarters, a fidget spinner, quartz, my fake septum ring. Oh, maybe I'll put that in. Cool. Yeah. So I have this, which I like a lot. And then I also have this little guy. This little guy too. This is a fake air plant, by the way. And then I also have another little cup mug thing that's out in the living room. And so because I had bought so many things from Faith, I was just gifted this little pendant. This is just a chain that I had from another necklace. It's tangled currently and I have to like take a teeny tiny little thing to get it untangled. But yeah, Faith just gave me this because I bought so much stuff. And it was just like, you don't have one of the pendants yet? Here, have one. And I was like, oh my god, what? Thank you. That's so nice of you. That's so cool. Another gift that I received from a bestie is this I got from Lacey. Oh, where's my necklace? It's in the other room. My group chat besties and I, we've done for the last several years a Secret Santa gift exchange. And this was this the first year? This was the second year, I believe. Because the first year, Hannah had me and got me like I think Hannah got me a beanie that said Eat the Rich in the Amazon logo. Which I was like, You know me so well. But next year, Lacey got me this. I appreciate all of my gifts from my friends, by the way. This one I particularly enjoy having in this room because I feel like it goes with the vibes. I feel like it fits really well. I love this little dish thing cup that Lacey put everything in. It's got a little skull, it's got a little pyrite, a little vertebrae, and then what else is in here? Is that a quartz? I think that's quartz. Yeah, a little piece of quartz, little piece of fool's gold, and some, yeah, that's just all fool's gold, which I think is very cool. And it's got some feathers and some moss in here, and I like it. It's very pretty, and it's very Lacey, and it's very me. So thank you, Lacey, I love you. But yeah, last year, Jordan had me last year. And then it arrived in the mail and it was broken because it was like a really cool like print thing, and USPS was not nice to it. Oh, things on the floor. Oh my God, shoes, fashion, clothes. Oh wait, no, I'm not done. Oh my God, what am I thinking? This is another gift from a friend. This was given to me by my friend Erin, who took the album cover of White Lighter by Typhoon, one of my favorite albums of all time, and fucking crossed, like, and embroidered it. Like, look at this. And like with paint and stuff, and like made the whole cover. Like, look at the side-by-side. Look at the side-by-side. Isn't that crazy? I'm obsessed with it. But when she sent it to me and I was like, that is so beautiful. And I'm so happy that you made it. She's made a bunch of other ones. She made one that was like gritty. She's from Philly and made some Philly references to some, which I thought was really funny. But yeah, she had made some of other album covers and I was like, I guess it wasn't a gift. I just asked her if she could do it and then I paid her for it. So I guess like I bought it from her, but it was like a gift that she decided to do anyway. And I was like, oh my God, it's so pretty. Like, I love it. It's so good. It lives up here usually, up on the wall. Yeah, I have 2 bags. This purse, this is the only expensive purse that I have purchased myself. I have another purse. I have a Coach purse that Josh got me for Christmas a couple years back. If you want to watch me open it up, you should. It was really fun. But this one I bought actually from a friend of a friend? Yes, Madeline's a friend of Emily's. A good friend of mine, she knows this artisan, Madeline Chadwick, who would hit up these holiday shows, these holiday gift shows, usually the smaller ones. And I love her bags. I think they're really, really nice, really, really well made. These are like super sturdy clamps, and I like the designs she does. The actual material is really nice and thick, and it has a nice big zipper on the top too with little these guys. So it's very secure. It's the perfect length for like an over-the-shoulder kind of small bag, because if I'm not wanting to bring like a big purse to something, this is kind of the perfect size. I can fit my wallet, I can fit my phone, my keys, usually some lotion and some chapstick and my sunglasses, and I'm good to go. And I just really like it a lot. And I don't buy purses a lot. Like, I have this, the purse that Josh got me for Christmas a couple years ago, and then like camera bags. Like, I don't have a lot of purses. I'm not a purse girl. I'm a shoe girl, not a purse girl. But the other bag I have, this is going to be a wild out of left field story, but I'm going to tell it anyway. So this is a bag. Backstory. My favorite band is We Are Scientists. Duh. And they made a series of videos with NME back in like 2008 or something. It's like, if you search We Are Scientists NME on YouTube, you get some gold. There was one video where it was like 60 seconds of interview where they had to like rapid fire questions. And he's like, Chris asked Keith, what's an irrational fear that you have? And then Keith goes, cougars! And then they both start laughing. It's like, cougars with guns.
Have you got any irrational fears?
Cougars with guns.
That's rational.
Cougars with guns.
That is rational.
People kind of construed it as like cougars, like older women, or cougars as in like the cat. And then he did specify as like a gun-wielding cougar cat. My friend, one of my friends back from that era of my life, I still love We Are Scientists, and I still go to shows with my friends anyway, but back in the day, their username was Cougars with Guns, which I thought was fucking hilarious. And so we did a Secret Santa thing, again, with all of our We Are Scientists friends. We were on a message board. It was 2009, but I I asked my friend Laura, like my best friend, to do a stencil of this. I can't remember what, it was one of those things that you had like a high school art class in, but did a stencil of this and cut it out, and it's a cougar with a gun. It's a gun wielding cougar, you know. And I made one for Adrian, and then because I wanted one myself, I made one for me too. I don't know why I still have this. I know why I still have this, because I love it. But I remember I brought it to one of the shows, and I had a signature here. This is actually Chris Kane, the bass player from We Are Scientists. Keith had disappeared at that point, so I don't have a signature from Keith. No, I do have a signature from Keith. No, I have a signature from all of them. Chris Kane, Keith Murray, or no, Danny and Keith Murray. And then I think Keith actually drew the RAR. This was not on there. And then also, like, the same year, I randomly saw Chris Hardwick do live comedy. And Chris, I had him sign it too. I shouldn't have, because this has nothing to do with Chris Hardwick, but that's what that other name is. I don't know. I still have it. It lived in a box for a long time. It's the silliest sentimental thing that I have, most likely. No, there's some other weird We Are Scientists memorabilia that I have that I won't get rid of. But this, I love this. It's so stupid. In the best way possible. These cowboy boots. These, actually, going back to one of my mother's antique shows, one of her work friend ladies who was actually working at the event, she was wearing these, like an older lady in her 60s. She was wearing these, and I remember I was like, I really love your boots. And she's like, oh my God, you have to try them on to see if they fit. And she definitely did not act her age. She acted much more like closer to my age. And so I tried them on, and she's like, oh my God, girl, you need those. And I was like, I kind of do, don't I? And so I was like, do you want anything from Mom's space? We can trade. And she's like, yeah, give me one of those t-shirts. And so I asked my mom, I was like, Mom, can you throw me one of the t-shirts for trading for her boots? And so ever since then, I wear them all the time. Like, I think these are probably my most worn pairs of shoes. And they are so fucking durable, especially in the rain. Which, I mean, I guess if they're cowboy boots, they should be very durable. But I love them. I love walking in them. I think they go with everything. I wear them all the time. And I've worn them out. Like this one, one of the little Claspy guys, well, a couple of the Claspy guys came off the back. But I love them. And I will never get rid of them. And most likely they're gonna last me for forever. We don't get many cowboy boot wearers around here. So I love wearing them also for that reason. And then last but not least, this sweater. This also has a story behind it. So years ago, when I was living at home, my mom and I would hit up estate sales and garage sales on the weekends, and we would go early on in the day because that's what my mom did, and that was part of the business, is going to estate sales first thing when they open so you can get the best deals, so you can go and get antiques. We went to a yard sale in Tacoma. It was in, like, the University Place area of Tacoma, and someone was having a yard sale, literally where they just threw stuff out on the yard. There was no tables. It was just like, here's some shit. Do you want to buy it? And we saw this sweater. Now, I've worn this since then for years. I'm never wearing it without anything underneath. But it's so good. It has no label. I'm sure this was just, like, made by a person and then, like, gifted to family members. But it was just at a yard sale. It was like $20, and I bought it, and I was like, I love this. And it's so warm. It's so cozy. I've gotten compliments on it for years. I love it. It goes with anything because it's just a big wool sweater jacket thing. It zips up, but I rarely zip it up. I usually just put it over the top of flannels or whatever the hell else I'm wearing underneath it. It's not the most wind resistant, I will say, because it's knitted and there's some big holes in it. I love this sweater. It's like one of my most prized possessions of my wardrobe. Because the only thing I really ever get like sentimental about with like clothes are band t-shirts or concert tees. And then this. And concert tees eventually wear out. Like you can only wash cheap cotton t-shirts enough times before it literally starts to fall apart. This is not going to do that because it's a really nice handmade sweater. Yeah, it had an inner pocket that has come undone. but there's no label on it anywhere, which is why I think somebody just made it. Anyway, that was a really long video. Go check out Nisa's. I'll link hers below because I just thought it was a really fun idea for a video, just talking about like things you're emotionally attached to and things that make you happy, just things that bring you serotonin of some sort, because sometimes you just have to talk about the things that bring you serotonin so you can get serotonin. For today's song of the day, oh, wait. Oh, We Are Scientists has a new song out, Lobes. You should go check it out. That'll be your song of the day. I'm excited for them to start touring again. Although they were back here in like, I feel like it was February or March when they were here last, but I don't know. I'm always down to see more We Are Scientists because I've seen them at least 14 times at this point. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. That would be super cool. And let me know if you remember any of these things, if I've talked about them, because a lot of these things are old, and either I've worn them in videos, or I've talked about them in videos, or I made little outfit of the day videos when I used to do that on this channel, when I would like go around and like do the awkward like blogger poses. Oh my god. I should look at my old outfit of the day videos. That's what I should do. That would be funny, and I'm just gonna cringe at myself because that was a time. It was a time. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you would like to follow me elsewhere on social media, my Instagram and my Twitter are both Abers07, and then my Twitch and my TikTok are Abers without the 07. Gosh, okay, unified branding, gah. But yeah, check me out there, because I post on Twitch. I stream on Fridays and Saturdays at around 7 to 8 Pacific Standard Time, and we play The Sims. Last weekend, we made a record store, and then also, oh, I built a vaporwave apartment. So you should go check out my Twitch because I stream at least a couple times a week. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!